This is the latest news on immigration policy, and this was published on 8th of August 2024. I felt it's so important that I share this news with you so that you are well prepared and you know what is happening in the UK. We are all aware that we have a new Home Secretary. I'm talking about Yvette Cooper. This is the Labour Party that is in power right now. And since they've been in power, they've been going through some of the policies. And one thing they want to go into is to make sure that they have homegrown skilled workers. Now, Yvette Cooper has commissioned MAC, MAC is the Migration Advisory Committee, to look into 3 sectors in the UK. And when they go through this review, you know what comes out at the end. Once MAC goes through a particular sector, they will come up with a report, and then the Labour government would now decide on what they are going to change when it comes to immigration rules. Now, if you want to find out what these 3 sectors are, I want you to watch this video till the end. Hello everybody, my name is Cynthia. I share information that will help your transition into the UK to be as smooth as possible. I share information about settling, working or studying in the UK, US or Canada. If you're interested in any of these countries, please subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you know it's time to watch Cynthia Academy. And without wasting time, let's get into this video. Now, this is captioned Home Secretary orders MAC review of IT and engineering sector. The telecommunication sector is also included in this review. Now, you know that Yvette Cooper has said that they are going to review some of the policies that the past government has had. Now, they've put in some other things in place, but right now they want to look for a way to prevent foreign workers from coming to the UK. Is there a possible way for existing people in the UK to occupy those positions instead of foreign workers to come into the UK to occupy those positions? So that's what this particular article is all about. It says that Home Secretary Yvette Cooper has written to the chair of Migration Advisory Committee to commission a review of the IT and engineering sectors in relation to international recruitment. Now, it says that the aim of the review is to understand why employers within these sectors are overly reliant on international recruitment to fill skills gap within their businesses. Now, that commission letter, if you look at that commissioning letter, you see pick some important aspects from the commissioning letter. Now, I just want to summarize and let you know what the key things are, and as usual, I always give you my opinion on this so that you are well prepared. If you're a student and you want to go into these sectors, perhaps you want to come into the UK and they've been telling you that IT is in high demand, go and study data analysis, go and study maybe IT business analyst or project management or telecommunications or engineering. This is something you have had in mind that, oh, they said is in high demand, there are jobs here. I want you to prepare for what is to come in future. That's why I'm sharing this news. Now, it says that to help inform future policy decisions, the MAC has been asked to review the following occupations to understand the reliance on international workers: information technology and telecommunications professionals and engineering professionals. Now, these sectors have been identified as a starting point because they feature in the top 10 of sectors which have been reliant on international recruitment, and the government would like the MAC to set out the reasons behind this and potential future demand on these sectors. Remember, there are other sectors that are also highly reliant on foreign workers. We know the health and care sector is just one sector that is highly reliant, doctors, nurses, care workers. We also know that education, the UK needs teachers. That's why the education sector is highly reliant on foreign workers. By the way, I've shared so many videos about how to come into the UK. Maybe if you want to get into teaching and you want to come into the UK, I have several videos that has even helped many people do that. And maybe I'll put the links to those videos in the description box so that I can go through them and know which ones have free scholarship opportunities or free grants or bursary, or the ones that you need to get your QTS, qualified teaching status. So these other occupations are not under review right now. The occupations that are under review, the professionals of information technology, engineering, telecommunications. Now, there are 5 points that the Home Secretary wants the MAC to go into. The main 5 points that they want them to review are the types of roles that are in shortage. So they want to find out which particular roles, whether it's in IT, telecommunications, or engineering, that are in shortage. Now, they also want to find out the different drivers behind these shortages, including training, pay, and conditions. Now, they also want to find out how employers within these sectors have sought to respond and adapt to these shortages beyond seeking to recruit from overseas. So if you're an employer and you've been needing employees to fill in these particular sectors, so what have you put in place to minimize you relying on foreign workers? So that is one question she wants to find out, whether they've been able to find a way to party to prevent them bringing in foreign workers. And I think some of the things that she has already suggested is the training of existing staff. So I'm sure they want to analyze whether existing staff can be trained, whether something can be put in place. Remember that the UK has already launched the Skills England, which is a platform that will help train people that are already in the UK to fill in some particular positions. Now, the next thing she wants to find out is the impact, if any, that being on the shortage occupation list has had on these sectors or occupations. So being on the shortage occupations list, is it very important? I know they are saying shortage occupations list is now called immigration salary list. So is there any impact of this? So they might be considering taking them off the immigration salary list. The final thing they want to find out is what policy levers within the UK immigration system could be used more effectively to incentivize employers to focus on domestic recruitment, including whether the immigration salary list should remain in its current form. Now, based on what we are seeing here, they have told the MAC to get a report and submit it within 9 months. Now, this is what I feel you should prepare yourself for. If you want to come into school in the UK and you want to occupy any of these sectors, or perhaps you're already studying in the UK and you want to occupy some of these positions. So this is something I feel it's so important for you to listen to. See, I have friends that are studying in these sectors, so I feel for them, because any change in policy would actually affect you. So in preparation for this is what I'll tell you. If you want to come into the UK to study, please make sure you have experience before you come in. Don't be fresh off the university. That's you're a fresh graduate, no experience. You come in to pursue a master's in the UK in engineering or IT, and you think automatically you would be able to get a job after you complete. The UK is highly reliant on your work experience. And so that's why I feel it's so important that you find a way to tackle this. Just prepare yourself that since they want to minimize the number of foreigners coming into these sectors, prepare yourself that there might be measures put in place to dissuade them. It's not a secret that the Labour Party has always said that, see, they might increase the amounts that they charge people that want to bring in foreign workers. So there can be like a fine or something like that might come in place, so that they are sure that you are so desperate. There was nobody in the whole of UK that wanted to occupy that position, and that's why you said, okay, I want to employ a foreigner. So that's what I'm deducing from this. There are different measures they can put. The last government increased the minimum salary threshold to 38,700. They could increase it a bit further. Remember that some of these occupations are already above the ongoing rate on the salary list. Now, if you go and check an example like IT business analysts, architects, and systems designers, their minimum salary threshold is 51,700. That is if you did not study in the UK. And if you actually studied in the UK, there is this new entrant rule that might apply to you. It might mean that you might have the minimum salary threshold of 36,190. That's option E, which means that your COS has to be 36,190. Even if the minimum salary threshold was stated to be 30,960 for new entrants, but because 30,960 is below 36,190, it means that your COS has to be at 36,190. Please, it's so important that you study the document. This document is called Statement of Changes in Immigration Rules, March 14th. You see everything you need to see there. It's so important for you to go through this. If you are considering unemployment, as an after you graduate, you want to go into the IT, telecommunications, and the other sector, which is the engineering sector, you can notice that the ongoing rate is quite high. So what I'm just saying is this: before you apply for any job, or maybe you want to come into the UK as a student, please check very well the ongoing rate of that occupation. And if they try to increase it a bit further, it's going to be really high for many employers to pay for it. I know of somebody that the person graduated and got a software developer job of 40,000 plus, which is good. But if they try to increase it a bit further, it's going to be a bit tricky. So all I can say is, if you're in these sectors and you are a student, please don't wait until your visa expires before you start applying for jobs. Work on your CV. You need somebody that will help you with this. Just send me a DM. I can assist you to communicate your skills, your expertise, your qualifications and experiences properly on paper, so that you can land that desired job. And also teach you how to apply to 100 jobs in an hour and 30 minutes. I can help you teach you how to do that, so that you can land your desired job and you can achieve your dreams, So I just want to encourage you as a student to look for a job. Don't rely on, okay, don't worry, post-study work visa. Things could get more tough and more stringent. That's all I felt I should do. I hope you've learned a lot from this video. It's so important. Please like, share, subscribe with your friends who are in the IT sector, engineering sector, or perhaps you are in the telecommunication sector. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.